Before we start, a quick reminder to hit the subscribe button. Only 4% of my channel is subscribed. When it reaches 1,000 subscribers, I will release a special video.
Chapter 4: Conflict and Challenges. As the sun rose over Valera, casting a golden hue over the alien landscape, Solana woke with a sense of unease. She could feel the tension simmering beneath the surface, an invisible thread pulling tighter each day. Jack's behavior had grown more erratic, and she worried about the strain it was putting on their mission and their relationship. Jack was already awake, sitting by the edge of the clearing, staring into the distance. His mind was a whirlwind of conflicting emotions: jealousy, anger, and a gnawing sense of betrayal. He watched Solana and Nyrith interact with growing resentment, unable to shake the feeling that he was being pushed aside. Solana approached him cautiously. "Jack, we need to talk," she said softly, sitting down beside him. Jack looked at her, his eyes filled with turmoil. "Solana, I don't know how much more of this I can take," he admitted, "watching you and Nyrith. It's tearing me apart." Solana sighed, her heart aching for the man she once loved. "Jack, I understand this is hard for you, but we need to focus on our mission. Nyrith is helping us learn so much about Valera." Jack clenched his fists, struggling to control his emotions. "It's not just about the mission, Solana. It's about us. I feel like I'm losing you to him." Solana reached out, placing a hand on his arm. "You're not losing me, Jack. We're a team, and we need to work together. But you have to trust me." Jack nodded reluctantly, though the jealousy still gnawed at him. "I'll try, Solana. I just need some time." As the day progressed, Solana and Nyrith continued their exploration of Valera, discovering more about the planet's delicate ecosystem. Nyrith showed them how each plant and creature played a crucial role in maintaining balance, and Solana was in awe of the intricate web of life they were uncovering. Jack, however, felt increasingly alienated. He watched from a distance, his frustration mounting with each passing moment. The bond between Solana and Nyrith was undeniable, and it drove him to the brink of desperation. That afternoon, as they were exploring a dense thicket, a sudden roar echoed through the forest. The ground trembled, and the air filled with the scent of danger. Solana's heart pounded as she turned to Nyrith, who was already moving towards the source of the disturbance. Jack followed, his hand instinctively reaching for his weapon. As they approached a clearing, they saw a massive creature, its scales glistening in the sunlight, eyes burning with fury. It was unlike anything they had encountered before, a predator from Valera's depths. Nyrith stepped forward, his body tense and ready. He communicated with the creature in a series of clicks and hums, trying to calm it. But the beast was relentless, its aggression fueled by an unknown force. Solana watched in horror as the creature lunged at Nyrith, its claws swiping through the air. Nyrith dodged with agility, but the beast was relentless. In the chaos, Lana noticed Jack moving towards the creature, weapon drawn. "Jack," no, she screamed, but it was too late. Jack fired a shot, hitting the creature in the side. The beast roared in pain and fury, turning its attention to Jack. In a blur of motion, it struck him, sending him flying across the clearing. Nyrith seized the moment, launching himself at the creature. The battle was fierce, a whirlwind of claws, fangs, and fury. Nyrith fought with a strength and determination Solana had never seen before, but the creature was formidable. With a final, desperate strike, Nyrith managed to wound the beast, sending it fleeing into the forest. Solana rushed to Nyrith's side, her heart pounding. "Nyrith, are you okay?" she asked, her voice trembling. Nyrith nodded weakly, but it was clear he was gravely injured. His skin, usually glowing with vitality, was dim and bruised. Solana's eyes filled with tears as she realized the extent of his wounds. "We need to get you to safety," she said, her voice filled with determination. She turned to Jack, who was struggling to his feet. "Jack, help me." Together, they managed to carry Nyrith back to their camp. Solana immediately began tending to his wounds, using the medicinal plants Nyrith had taught her about. Jack watched, a mix of guilt and jealousy churning within him. As Solana worked tirelessly to heal Nyrith, Jack's mind raced. He couldn't stand seeing Solana so devoted to Nyrith, so willing to do anything to save him. The jealousy that had been simmering within him now boiled over, transforming into a dark resolve. Late that night, while Solana was resting, Jack slipped away from the camp. He made his way through the forest, his mind set on a dangerous plan. He would find the creature again, but this time he wouldn't fight it. Instead, he would strike a deal. Jack found the creature near a rocky outcrop, nursing its wounds. He approached cautiously, his heart pounding. "I need your help," he said, his voice trembling. "I want to get rid of Nyrith." The creature seemed to understand, its eyes glinting with a sinister intelligence. It growled softly, and Jack knew they had an unspoken agreement. Together, they would set a trap for Nyrith, one that he wouldn't escape from. The next morning, Jack returned to the camp, his resolve steeled. Solana was still tending to Nyrith, who was slowly regaining his strength. Jack watched them, his jealousy now a burning rage. He knew what he had to do. Chapter 5. Betrayal and Struggle. The morning sun filtered through the thick canopy of Valera's forest, casting dappled shadows on the ground. Solana was up early, as usual, tending to Nyrith. His recovery had been slow, but her knowledge of the planet's medicinal plants had proven invaluable. She carefully applied a poultice to his wounds, her fingers gentle and precise. Nyrith looked at her with gratitude. "Solana, you have given me strength," he said in his halting but improving English. Solana smiled warmly. "You've taught me so much about this planet, Nyrith. It's the least I can do." Jack watched the exchange from a distance, his jealousy simmering beneath the surface. He had spent the night concocting his plan with the creature, and today he intended to set it in motion. He approached Solana, forcing a smile onto his face. "Solana, can we talk for a moment?" he asked. Solana looked up, sensing something off but nodding anyway. "Of course, Jack. What's on your mind?" Jack led her a short distance away, ensuring Nyrith couldn't hear them. "I think I saw something important last night. Near the northern ridge, it could be crucial for our research." Solana frowned, curiosity piqued but also wary. "What did you see?" Jack's eyes flickered with an unreadable emotion. "I'm not entirely sure, but it looked like a structure. Something not natural." Solana's scientific curiosity overrode her caution. "We should check it out, but Nyrith still needs care." Jack nodded. "I'll stay and look after him. You can go and investigate." Solana hesitated but eventually agreed. "All right, but call me on the comm if anything happens." As Solana headed towards the northern ridge, Jack returned to the camp where Nyrith was resting. He could feel the creature lurking nearby, waiting for the signal. Jack's heart pounded in his chest as he approached Nyrith, his mind racing with the betrayal he was about to commit. "Nyrith," Jack said, forcing his voice to remain steady. "Solana asked me to take you to a safe place while she investigates something." Nyrith's eyes narrowed slightly, but he nodded, trusting Jack's words. "Very well," he said, attempting to stand with Jack's help. Jack led Nyrith deeper into the forest, away from the safety of their camp. As they walked, Jack's mind raced with doubts and guilt, but he pushed them aside. He had made his choice. They reached a secluded clearing, and Jack stopped. "Wait here," he said, pretending to scan the surroundings. In reality, he was looking for the creature. It appeared almost instantly, its eyes glinting with malicious intent. Nyrith sensed the danger and tried to react, but his weakened state made him vulnerable. The creature lunged at him, its claws tearing into his flesh. Nyrith fought back valiantly, but it was clear he was at a severe disadvantage. Solana, meanwhile, had reached the northern ridge and found nothing of significance. Realizing she had been misled, she rushed back towards the camp, fear gripping her heart. She called out to Jack on the comm, but there was no response. Her anxiety grew as she picked up her pace, racing through the forest. When she reached the camp and found it empty, panic set in. She followed the trail Jack and Nyrith had taken, her heart pounding in her ears. As she neared the clearing, she heard the sounds of a fierce struggle. Bursting into the clearing, Solana saw Nyrith on the ground, fighting for his life against the creature. Jack stood nearby, watching with a conflicted expression. Rage and betrayal surged through Solana as she realized what was happening. "Jack, what are you doing?" she screamed, rushing to Nyrith's side. She grabbed a makeshift weapon, a sharp stick, and positioned herself between Nyrith and the creature. Jack's face twisted with guilt and anger. "I had to do it, Solana. He's taking you away from me." Solana's eyes blazed with fury. "This isn't about us. This is about survival, about understanding this planet. You've betrayed us all." The creature snarled, preparing to strike again, but Solana was ready. She lunged at it with the stick, stabbing it in a vulnerable spot. The creature howled in pain, recoiling from the attack. Nyrith, gathering the last of his strength, launched himself at the beast with a primal roar. The battle was fierce and desperate. Nyrith fought with everything he had, each movement a testament to his will to protect Solana. With a final, powerful blow, Nyrith struck the creature down, collapsing beside it as the life left its eyes. Solana rushed to his side, her heart breaking at the sight of his wounds. "Nyrith, stay with me," she pleaded, her hands trembling as she tried to stem the flow of blood. Nyrith looked up at her, his breathing labored. "Solana, I protected you." Solana nodded, tears streaming down her face. "You did. You saved us." But before she could do more, she felt a presence behind her. Jack, eyes filled with dark determination, had picked up a fallen spear. He approached Nyrith, who lay defenseless on the ground. "Jack," no, Solana screamed, but Jack's face was set. He raised the spear, ready to deliver the final blow. Chapter 6: Redemption and Healing. Jack stood over Nyrith, his hand trembling as he gripped the spear. Solana's desperate cry echoed in his ears, but the haze of jealousy and rage clouded his judgment. He felt a twisted sense of triumph, convinced that eliminating Nyrith would restore the balance he craved. But as he looked down at Nyrith's battered form, something inside Jack shifted. He saw not an enemy, but a being who had fought bravely and selflessly to protect them. Doubt gnawed at his resolve, and the spear wavered in his grip. Solana, seeing the hesitation in Jack's eyes, seized the moment. "Jack, please," she begged, her voice breaking with emotion. "This isn't who you are. Think about what you're doing." Jack's breath came in ragged gasps as he struggled with his inner turmoil. The anger and jealousy that had driven him to this point now seemed hollow and meaningless. He looked at Solana, tears streaming down her face, and the reality of his actions hit him like a wave. Slowly, Jack lowered the spear, his shoulders slumping in defeat. I can't do it," he whispered, his voice choked with regret. "I'm sorry, Solana. I've been such a fool." Solana rushed to Nyrith's side, relief flooding through her. She placed her hand over Nyrith's, squeezing it gently. "It's going to be okay, Nyrith. We're here with you." Nyrith's eyes fluttered open, filled with pain but also a flicker of hope. "Solana, thank you," he murmured weakly. Jack dropped the spear, collapsing to his knees. "I don't know what came over me. I was so blinded by jealousy, I couldn't see what was right in front of me." Solana looked at Jack, her expression a mix of sorrow and determination. "We can't change the past, Jack, but we can choose to do the right thing now. Help me save Nyrith." Jack nodded, wiping the tears from his eyes. "Tell me what to do." Under Solana's guidance, Jack gathered the remaining medicinal plants and supplies. Together, they worked tirelessly to tend to Nyrith's wounds, applying poultices and bandages with care. Solana's hands moved with practiced precision, her focus unwavering. As the hours passed, the tension between them began to ease. Jack's guilt was palpable, but his actions spoke of a genuine desire to make amends. Solana could see the change in him, a glimmer of the person she had once cared for. Night fell, and the camp was bathed in the soft glow of Valera's blue moon. Nyrith's breathing had steadied, and though he was still weak, his condition was no longer critical. Solana sat beside him, her heart filled with a mix of hope and exhaustion. Jack approached quietly, sitting down next to Solana. I'm truly sorry for everything he said, his voice barely above a whisper. I let my emotions get the best of me, and I nearly destroyed everything we've worked for. Solana turned to him, her expression gentle. We all make mistakes, Jack. What matters is that you recognized it and chose to do the right thing. Nyrith needs all of us now, more than ever. Jack nodded, feeling a sense of relief wash over him. Thank you for giving me another chance. I won't let you down. The following days were a blur of recovery and rebuilding. Solana and Jack worked in harmony, their efforts focused on helping Nyrith regain his strength. Nyrith, though still weak, showed remarkable resilience, his spirit unbroken by the ordeal. One morning, as the first rays of sunlight pierced through the trees, Nyrith stood on his own for the first time since the attack. Solana watched with a mixture of pride and joy, her heart swelling at the sight. You're getting stronger every day, she said, smiling at Nyrith. Nyrith nodded, gratitude shining in his eyes. Thanks to you both. Your care has given me new life. Jack, standing nearby, felt a renewed sense of purpose. We're a team. We take care of each other. As the days turned into weeks, the bonds between them grew stronger. The trust and camaraderie that had been fractured by jealousy and betrayal were mended through shared effort and understanding. They continued their exploration of Valera, uncovering its secrets and marveling at its wonders.
One evening, as they sat around the campfire, Nyrith turned to Solana and Jack. This planet has shown us many things, but the greatest lesson is the strength of unity and compassion. Together we can overcome any challenge.
Solana nodded, her eyes reflecting the firelight. You're right, Nyrith. We've come through so much, and it's made us stronger. Jack looked at his companions, a sense of peace settling over him. I'm grateful for both of you. We've been through hell, but we've come out the other side better for it. As they sat there, the three of them united in their shared purpose. A sense of peace settled over the camp. They had faced betrayal and struggle, but they had emerged stronger, their bonds forged in the fires of adversity. In the heart of Valera, under the glow of the blue moon, they found not just survival but a deeper understanding of themselves and each other. The trials they had faced were a testament to their resilience and the unbreakable bond of their newfound family. Hello, play HT support speaking. Right, yeah, sure, let me just pull up your details real quick. Can you tell me your account email or your phone number? Okay, there you are. So what are you actually looking for in the upgrade? Any specific features or stuff that you've got your eye on?